Hello everyone, welcome to another Versus video. I am BBD, joined by
CVM.
And we are ready to battle some Born of the Gods, Theros, Return to Ravnica Block M14 Standard.
Yep, that's
otherwise
all of them.
known as Standard. And I'm going to be battling with Black-White Midrange, otherwise known as a king and his dirty old dad. And CVM is going to be battling with
Black-Blue Heroes.
When I think heroes, I think black-blue. What about you?
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
couple
I'm
of...
going to be a little black and blue when we're done, but it's going to be fun nonetheless.
Yep, so a couple of cool decks we're battling with here today. And I thought to decide who gets to go first, we would let CVM pick his poison, I guess I could say. I'm going to shuffle up an Obsidat and a Brimaz, and CVM has to decide which one's the king, which one's the dirty old dad.
The king or the dirty old dad?
Because honestly, they both just look a lot like squirrels. So.
They do look a lot like squirrels.
All right, which one is which? Pick one and then pick which one it is.
We're going to go with this one.
All right.
This is the dirty old dad.
It is the dirty old dad.
I will go first.
All right, I'm going to have to shuffle these back into my deck.
Yeah, get them in there nice and good.
Yep.
All right, I am on the play. Game 1, battling with some black-blue heroes. And this hand is not very heroic. So I'm actually going to mulligan this hand.
Interesting.
It's real bad.
That looks about as bad as my hand, which contains Brimaz, King of Oreskos, his dirty old dad,
Elspeth and no white mana,
a Revoke Existence, a Desecration Demon, and 3 basic land swamps with different art. All right, we are back six cards apiece. Oh, wow. Yes, all right.
This one's pretty fancy. Yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. Yeah, it's not the best, but I mean, I can cast some spells, so.
We're in the same boat. So this hand is actually pretty bad, but, you know, we're going to keep, so.
18.
No!
Tormented Hero tapped.
That was... All right, that was the worst possible. We're going to scry.
Bottom?
Come on, deck.
Can we get a bottom chance,
Yeah, that's
everybody at home?
easy bottom.
Yeah.
Easy bottom. Go. I don't even have to think about it. It's just straight bottom.
That one's pretty cute, too.
18.
I'm going to go to 16.
Can you stop playing stuff? Just please.
And we're going to play another Tormented Hero tapped.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
Come on, deck. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm going to start off with the Thoughtseize.
With the Thoughtseize, well, that takes away my protection from Bile-Blight.
Ooh, takes away his protection from Bile-Blight. That's pretty good. That's an interesting one. I think we're just going to kill ourselves not gently here. So we're going to take his Mizium Skin, which is at 16 life. Then we're going to go down to 14 life. And then we're going to go down to 12 life. And
get rid of my Niv Magus Elemental?
Take his Niv Magus Elemental.
All right. So we are hoping that this temple is something good.
And it is your turn.
So that line makes me think that he definitely has a Bile-Blight to take care of these Tormented Heroes. So another Mizium Skin would be real sweet.
Would it?
It would be real nice. And we'll draw a card.
I'm at 8 life. Almost dead.
We're going to scry.
Bottom.
And
bottom.
I don't really think I want this card right now, so I'm actually going to bottom it.
Yes.
And then I'll pass the turn.
All right. Draw. Oh, that's just what the doctor ordered. An Orzhov Guildgate. I bet that son of a bitch drew a Mizium Skin. We're just gonna pass the turn, and in your upkeep, Bile-Blight these guys. Yes, it worked. All right, go. All right, he has no threats. That means our hand that does nothing can continue to do nothing. Go. Now we just need to draw a creature. Don't do it. Agent of the Fates, sure.
Go.
Alright, deck.
Oh, yeah. This is blue too.
Thoughtseize. Springleaf Drum. So we're at 6. And so that he doesn't draw a protection spell, I'm just going to go ahead and Bioblade that guy now. You're up.
All right, Necromancer.
Nope.
Go.
Alright, come on, Obsidat.
No.
Hey!
Come on.
What do you know about that? You're at 14 and I'm at 8. And we will get that guy out of here. You're up.
And I don't think we have a chance to win now. It's seen worse, I guess.
Let's just slowly slide this guy back.
Well, I do this.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I don't think I can race your Obsidat, though.
That's the plan.
I think I just have to attack.
6.
Go.
Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and drain you.
Yeah.
12 to 8. Alright, now what do I want to draw? Like Underworld Connections, maybe? We'll hold on to that one. I'll attack you for 5.
I think I actually have to block.
Alright, I gain 5. I'm at 13. And I will exile Ye Old Obsidat. I'm at 9.
Go.
Obsidat's back in action. You're at 10 and I'm at 11. Attack. Alright.
So if I block, you get another trigger. No, I'll just take it.
Alright, so you're at 5, I'm at 16.
Yep.
And I will just exile. Well, actually, I'll play Swamp first.
Alright, so I need some of the targets here. That's not bad.
Rats.
It's not bad at all, actually. So, if I don't attack and save this, well, I can't attack with this guy then at that point, yeah. So if I don't attack and save this, then it means that he's not able to blink it that turn, and it gives me another turn to find something. So yeah, let's attack for 4.
I'm at 12.
And then I'll pass.
He's back. 3 to 14.
Yep.
Cast the card Duress.
We'll target this with Retraction Helix and trigger.
I will sacrifice Obsidat Ghost Council. Probably should have played that first. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you're still way ahead. It's just funny.
Well, we can't activate Whip, or else he just uses the Helix to bounce our Obsidat, and then we lose it for good. So we just have to pass the turn. Probably should bounce our Whip end of turn.
Oh, is it permanent? Oh, it's non-land permanent. Oh, I thought it only bounced creatures. Yeah, I'm bouncing the weapons.
All right.
Wow, that card's much better than I thought. I honestly thought it was only creatures. Oh, man. Yeah, but you can 2/4, so you need a land to be able to cast it and use it. So I'm at 3.
Yes.
So I think... Okay, so if he draws a land, I'm just dead. No matter what. I don't think that sitting back actually does anything for me. So I can just attack with everything. I don't think that he'll trade his Mutavault for my Agent of the Fates, because then that puts him a whole nother turn off of being able to do Obsidat. If I only attack for 5, yeah, I think my best bet of winning this game is to actually just attack and hope that he draws nothing next turn. So I'll attack with everything.
I'll activate Mutavault.
Okay.
I'll block Agent of Fates.
Alright.
I'll go to 10. I think I have to block there because
Go ahead.
I can't guarantee that I'm going to draw a land. Draw. Well, I could just draw an Obsidat. That works too. I'll go to 12, and you will go to 1 life. Go to
Correct.
My end step. Exile this guy.
Alright, so the only card that makes us not die here is Hidden
Strings. It's true.
And that is not Hidden Strings, so I'm dead. I get to be on the play again with my 1-drop deck. Hopefully we don't get Ball Blighted yet again.
Hopefully my curve is Bioblight into Brimaz.
Let's see here. So this hand's actually pretty good. You don't have a lot of tricks, but we got some cards.
My hand is also good. Has tricks and cards.
No. Alright, 18. We'll play the human. Go ahead.
Could I kindly request that you stop casting that card on turn 1, please? I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize you.
Alright, let me get one of those.
Well. Alright, so I took the Painseer because we don't want him to draw extra Magic the Gathering cards.
It does damage to me. That's your whole goal, is to try and reduce me to 0 life. So I don't know why. You should just left me with it. Maybe we'll draw another one. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, we did not draw a Painseer.
Excellent.
We're going to start off with an attack.
Drops me down to the fresh life total of 16.
So I can play this, and then this, but then that leaves us vulnerable to a Bioblight. I think I'd rather just play these two and put some more pressure onto the board. So we'll play a Mutavault and an Artisan of Forms. And even though I don't want to be copying my Tormented Hero with Artisan of Forms, I wonder what happens if I make it a copy Mutavault when it's a creature.
Looks like it just becomes a Mutavault with that ability.
Sweet.
Go. At least that would be my assumption.
Alright, so now we'll draw. And it's not a very good one. So here I have to decide if I want to scry or if I want to lead with this so that I can attack with my Mutavault and play the other Tormented Hero. Still doesn't seem very profitable. We're destroying the wrong half of our deck. You have 6 cards.
Yep, fresh old 6.
It's a whole bunch. The good news is he's not casting Brimaz next turn because we're just dead to that.
That sucks. Are you dead to multiple Warzov Guild Gates?
I am not dead to multiple Warzov Guild Gates.
Rats.
Alright, so I think that we actually just want to activate the Mutavault.
I may have a response to that.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Devour Flesh targeting you in response to that.
Is this right? Hold on. I might sack the hero instead.
would like to encourage you to sacrifice a creature, then gain life equal to that creature's toughness.
I'm definitely going to do that. I'm just deciding if I want to sacrifice the hero as opposed to the Artisan of Forms, because I have another hero that I can cast from my hand, and it just leaves me less vulnerable to Bioblight. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Alright, you're at 19.
So I'll go to 19. I'll attack for 3.
13.
I'll go to 17, and we'll cast the other Tormented Hero, and then it's your turn.
Come on, deck. Something sweet. That is the worst possible draw. I'm going to scry. That's an interesting one. But I think it might be too slow. So we're going to put it on the bottom. So as awesome as that card is, we're going to say go.
Alright, so a non-land spell would be pretty nice here.
What about a land spell?
That'd be alright too, I suppose. Alright. So we're going to animate this Mutavault.
Sure.
And then we're going to attack with these 2 creatures.
Alright, I will not declare any blocks and drop to 9 points of life.
Alright. So we're going to scry. I think I want to keep this card, so I feel like he has a Desecration Demon coming. And if he has a demon, I can play this and attack. And have the attack still be profitable no matter what. So I think that I'm going to keep this on top. And then we'll play a drum and then pass.
Drumming up some support. Alright, deck. Interesting. An interesting one. 6. Well, we are going to cast Desecration Demon second main phase.
Yep.
Drop my big black demon into the table. Say go.
Alright, so we knew we were drawing this.
God, how lucky is that?
Very.
Just the luckiest. Can you beat?
So we'll play a Necromancer.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So here I can activate this Mutavault. I can sacrifice the Necromancer to tap the demon, get a zombie, and then get in for 5 and put him at 4. And then barring anything crazy, we'll still have a lot of pressure in play to kill him the following turn. I think that that's probably going to be the best route, because I don't want him to kill any of my creatures. And then if we happen to draw like a targeted spell for Artisan to copy his demon, then we're in very good shape. The targeted spell here would be pretty cool to copy the Necromancer. But yeah, so we're going to animate the Mutavault.
Okay.
I'm going to sack here. I'll attack for 5.
I'm at 4.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alright. Come on, deck. Oh, that's interesting. Or at least it might be at some point in time. Orzhov Guildgate. And I will pass the turn.
Alright, so let's see if we can draw a good spell. It's not a very good spell.
I hope it's a second Springleaf Drum.
It's not very nice.
Hey man, we're rooting for different sides here.
Alright, so he's at 4.
I'm indeed at 4 life.
So I can tap his demon down and attack with these 3 creatures. And then he can block 2 of them with his Mutavaults, and he will lose them both. And I'll be left with only 1 creature, but he will have a demon, and he'll be at 2. I don't think that that is going to be a profitable exchange for us. So I think that our best bet here is just to play a land, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Come on, deck. Yoink. Not particularly exciting. I will see. Go to combat and trigger my Desecration Demon.
Okay.
I will decline to attack. And then I will play Brimez, King of Oreskos. My second main phase.
Okay.
And pass the turn. Hope that we're not dead.
Oh, that was a real good one.
Gross. Was it as good as the cards in my hand?
I don't know. It's Triton Tactics, so it's very good.
Does it beat Underworld Connections?
So... Alright, so I'm pretty sure that we can just kill him here. So we're going to activate our Mutavault.
Okay.
We're going to go to combat.
Demon.
We're going to tap the demon. I'm going to cast Triton Tactics targeting these 2 creatures.
Okay.
Trigger.
Yep.
I'll copy the demon with Artisan of Forms, and yeah, you'll lose a life with Hero. So you go to 3, and I'll go to 18. And then we're going to attack.
Alright, I'll be dead.
Okay. It's actually really interesting here that I go into my combat step, the demon triggers, and then past the point where it would trigger, I make Artisan a copy of the demon, so you don't get a chance to actually sacrifice a creature.
Yep. Alright, we are back here for sideboarding. I'm cutting out these Underworld Connections. They were in my hand last game, they did nothing. And that's probably what's going to happen against any kind of like aggressive style strategy. I'm not a huge fan of Underworld Connections.
Yeah, like any Soldier of the Pantheon type creatures.
Yeah, Connections is gone. Revoke, gone. He just doesn't have anything for us to revoke. And I'm cutting 2 Obsets and a Whip. I'm cutting the Obsets because I think Blood Baron's probably a little bit better against him. And then I am cutting the Whip because we're cutting the Obset, so Whip becomes definitely worse. Blood Baron already has lifelink, so Whip's much less effective when you have cards like that.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna cut that. We're bringing in a couple more removal spells. Blood Baron, Sin Collector, and Duress. I think Sin Collector is actually exceptional against this deck because we can strip like a Mizium Skin or some targeted spell out of his hand, and then it also trades with every one of his creatures. So it's just a straight 2-for-1 pretty much. So I'm expecting this card to do some serious work, and then Duress is just another way to strip some cards from his hand to protect like our demons and Blood Barons and things.
I'm going to be bringing in 2 Thoughtseize of Duress and 2 Dispels. I want the hand disruption just as a way. Bioblight's just such a good card against us.
Yeah.
And it just gives us a way to try and protect some of our creatures. And the 2 Dispels just another way to protect our creatures just with counter spells. I'm cutting 2 Niv-Magus Elementals just because I feel like he's pretty bad here. Like, I don't want to invest, time and cards into making him big, just have him die to almost every removal spell in your deck. And then we have, I'm cutting a Boon of Erebos, which doesn't do much against Bioblight. and 2 hidden strings. Oh, Bile Blight and Devour Flesh, and then 2 hidden strings, just because I don't really want to be trying to ride a creature with Cipher. I would much rather just have the 2 hidden strings, or I'd much rather just have more creatures. It could be that hidden strings still should be in the deck, and I should just be cutting the other 2 Boon of Erebos. But I'm going to try it like this with 2 and 2 and see if I happen to draw one and how it feels. But I'm excited to have all of these 1 mana spells along with the Springleaf Drum to see if I can actually get that going.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
But let's see what happens.
All right, we are here for game number 3.
Numero
Epic Showdown.
tres.
This hand is mediocre. It's very mediocre. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep it anyway because that's how I like to roll. Yeah, he's not surprised at all.
This hand is also mediocre, but I'm also going to keep it.
How lucky. I'm gonna duress you.
And brick.
Wow. Seriously? Your deck's like all targeted spells. All right.
Half. I have the other half in my hand.
Well, our hand just got worse.
Oh, do you have like Duress, Double Sin Collector or something?
That is absolutely disgusting. How can one man run so hot?
Yeah.
Keeping such a bad hand and having it work out. You're up.
This hand's not bad. I'm on the draw. We're going to draw a spell right here.
Probably did.
I don't even have to take any damage to play this Tormented Hero. Go ahead.
All right. Draw.
I'm running well above expectations.
Go ahead. Well, looks like we're probably not going to win this one, boys. Our deck not delivering for us here.
All right. Well, I'm going to play Painseer.
Okay.
And we'll attack.
I'll cast Devour Flesh targeting you.
Devour Flesh. Oh, I'm going to sacrifice this guy.
Sure.
Your turn.
All right, deck. Come on, deck.
No Brimaz. Please, no Brimaz.
All right, well, we at least can cast Sin Collector.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you still brick.
All right, you drew another Artisan?
Yeah,
and what else? A Temple? All right. Go. Please be the worst thing I've ever seen.
You have 3?
Yep, they're all real good, actually. They just aren't conducive to our current board state.
And that's actually not bad.
I'm assuming an Artisan's coming down.
So we're just going to cast an Artisan.
Sure.
And then I'll pass.
All right, deck. Come on.
Don't be Brimaz. Don't be Brimaz.
Temple of Silence. Scribe.
It's not Brimaz.
I will keep it on top. Go.
Oh, you kept it on top. All right. So we're going to scry.
Okay.
And we're going to leave this one on top. And I'll play this guy.
That guy's pretty good, yeah.
Combat. Shippity doodah.
An old shippity doodah, he says. Oh, it looks like we're probably going to be taking... I'm going to go ahead and block his Painseer. So he gets a zombie out of the deal.
So you go to 19.
Yep.
And then it's your turn.
And you have 3 cards and we know 2 of them.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and jam that card I kept on top. Oh, yeah. And... this is rough.
You have a demon?
No.
Oh.
I think, so, if we wait until his turn to kill something, the thing's coming to play tapped. However, well, I think our plan to win this game is with this card. and unfortunately, Artisan Forms kind of makes that a problem. So, and he kept his card on top, so it's probably some like stupid targeting spell like Triton Tactics. Probably what it is.
Who knows? It could be another Zather Necromancer.
Could be like a Dispel or something. I think our best bet is to kill it now, even though we take an extra 2 damage, just to like, just to preserve things. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill that guy and say go. Fortunately, we know he has another one in his hand, but it is what it is. 13.
6. Go.
All right.
So I imagine we're probably going to see an Elspeth here.
Well, we're just going to go ahead and I think at this point we can wait, so I'm going to pass the turn. But in your upkeep, I'm going to Devour Flesh you.
Devour my flesh.
Devour your flesh.
You have 2 cards?
Yep. You're at 23. Also in your upkeep, Hero's Downfall, your Artisan Forms.
Response. I'm going to Helix it.
Okay.
Copy my Necromancer.
Sure.
Now, I think that I just let it die and get 4 zombies.
You get 2 zombies.
I get 2 for... Yeah, it's just 2, not 4. Sorry. Only 1 creature died.
Yep.
Drop. That was a good card.
Unreal. Wow.
The Blood Baron of Viscopa.
Jeez.
Heck for 4.
9. Alright, well, we based our whole game plan around that, and he drew
I'll play a land and pass.
one of his 2 Thoughtseizes. So we need to draw another one off the top, basically, or we're dead.
It's right there.
Go. I'm at 1.
Go.
I don't think there's an out. No, there's not an out. We drew this too, which is actually, yeah, I just need another land. All right, we are back for game 4. I am still salty over that last game. That was really gross. Oh man. I think I keep this hand because I mean we have this and this, and if we draw like anything we can start casting these. So I mean this hand's a little risky, but it's like the power level is just so high that I think I have to keep. So
I have to decide.
Okay.
So if there's a black source on top of my deck, this hand is absurd. So I have 9 untapped black sources. Oh man, this hand is just like really good if I draw a black land. So this hand is just like so good if I draw a black land. I'll keep.
go. How lucky.
Not very. Go.
Go.
Alright, well, guess we're not attacking with our meat vault now.
Ah, there it is. Go. I will ultimate press that guy.
Boom, he's dead. Uh-oh.
Good 18. Sin Collector.
Yeah, you got some targets.
Whew, we got some targets, alright.
Yeah, that was really good if I drew a black source on one.
Alright, well, what do we take?
Yeah, I don't think we're losing. I don't think we're winning this game now that we bricked on that land.
It's either the Mizium skin or the boon. I think we take the Mizium skin. Yeah, I think we take the Mizium skin. So you're gonna have an island, 2 strings, 1 Pain Seer, and 1 boon. Yeah, I'm gonna take that Mizium skin. Get that out of here, and you're up.
Man, had I led with Island instead of Mutavault, then I could have saved my Tormented Hero. That was rough. Go.
Well, that's a very good draw. That was also a fine draw. So you have an island, 2 hidden strings. Well, you played the island. Yeah, so we know all the cards in your hand.
Yep, needs 4.
Yep. I'm just going to go to my second main phase and cast a Desecration Demon. Fortunately, that Necromancer was probably the best thing you could have had there. Just matches up very well against what we got going on.
Okay. We will scry.
Okay.
And we'll keep that on top. I'll make sure everybody can see it here. I think this is good. This is a good one.
Boo.
All right. So we can do some cool things with hidden strings here. A good chance we're going to lose the Cipher, but I can cast it to tap this and untap this and Cipher. I can cast it to tap this and untap a land and Cipher. I can attack, get 2 triggers to untap all my lands, and cast a Pain Seer. So we're going to be pretty all in with this, but yeah, so we're going to tap here, untap here, and Cipher.
Okay.
We're going to tap here, untap here, and Cipher. I'll attack for 2.
16.
Get 2 triggers, keep your stuff tapped. We're going to untap these 2.
I mean, keeping my things tapped doesn't do anything.
I mean, no, I'm just tapping things that are already tapped.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't keep them tapped. It just...
Okay.
Let's tap or untap. Well, I guess I could just untap all of these.
You can untap yours after Necromancer, too.
Well, all 4 of these were tapped, so...
You had 1 swamp untapped. Or you had an island untapped. You had
yeah,
1
I
island.
did. I mean, so I get 4 triggers, so I can just untap everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we will cast the Pain Seer.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Alright, come on, something good. Not it. Fortunately, our deck is not cooperating. Well, cooperated a little bit, considering the hand we kept, but could have been a little bit better. Combat Trigger Demon.
So I think I want to activate my Mutavault here and sacrifice the Mutavault, but it could be wrong. Yeah, I like to Mutavault.
Okay.
We'll sacrifice the Mutavault.
And I'll pass.
Okay. I'll cast Artisan Forms.
Sure.
You have 4 cards?
Yep.
Alright, so we will go to combat.
Okay. I think we just... I think we just block this Aether Necromancer and try to get that thing off the table. So yeah, I'll block this Aether Necromancer.
So here I can use the Boon of Erebos to save my Necromancer, but I think I'd just rather save it to make my Artisan copy his demon. So I will pass before damage.
Okay, we'll take 4, go to 12.
And this only triggers on players, right? Yeah. So we'll trigger, get a zombie.
Those are exiled.
Oh yeah, these are gone. And then I'll pass the turn.
Nope, that is not it. We will pass the turn to you.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to Inspired trigger.
Yep.
So I'll go to 19.
Jeez. This is bad.
Draw for turn.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So, when you're at 12,
Yep.
alright, so I will go to combat.
No sex.
No sacks.
I will... Yeah, I'll block the paints here.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cast Triton Tactics targeting these 2 creatures.
I'm gonna respond to that. I think we have to draw a white source to have a chance this game anyway, so I'm just gonna pretend that that's what's on top of our deck. And I'm going to Heroes Downfall your pains here in response. So I think that prevents him from... Well, that might just be bad. That will prevent him from drawing cards. I think we actually are fine with him drawing cards. But... What is that? Alright, I'm going to let the trigger from Artisan Reforms happen first, before I do anything.
Oh yeah, so this doesn't until the spell actually resolves. I'm going to copy the demon.
Okay. And it's going to untap both. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so that resolves
Yep.
this.
Yep.
All right, trigger.
Response to that trigger. Many heroes downfall your artisan reforms. I think that's better.
You have 3 cards now.
Yep.
So I imagine that he's just trying to draw into an Elspeth here. So we're going to boom.
Alright, so you go to 17. Alright.
This resolves?
Yep. 16.
Yep. Okay. So this is no longer in combat because it has been regenerated.
Mm-hmm.
Damage will happen. You'll take 4 and go to 8.
Nothing
My
does.
things here will die. We will cast a Tormented Hero post-combat.
Sure.
And then it'll be your turn.
Alright. 6. Elspeth. 3 soldiers. And let's see. I think we just have to. I don't know if we can afford to attack with demon here. I think we actually probably can. Just try to get aggressive. Number 7. Yeah, I'll go to combat and trigger demon.
Okay.
Send. So you're at 9?
9, yeah.
You're up.
Okay. Well, that wasn't exactly what I was looking for. And you're at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that I shouldn't have used all that stuff last turn. Yeah, okay, so how do we have a chance to do this? Alright, well, I'll go to combat and trigger my demon.
I'll sack.
I will attack you with these 2 creatures. I don't think I want to attack this, he just blocks.
You're at 9. Yeah, I'll just double block a zombie.
Sure. So this attack does, like, I lose a creature and deal him 2 damage, but I get to keep the Tormented Hero around. Which I think is better. Actually, it's not. Yeah, that's not better. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I'll just make this attack.
Alright, I'll block the hero in one of those.
Yeah, that way this makes my future attacks better.
Alright, I'm at 4. Yep.
Your turn.
Go to combat and trigger demon.
So if I think I have to take this hit, but if I do, he can just play opposite that and kill me. That's fine. 2.
All right, we're here for the fifth and final, the decider. Some say, to see which of these terrible decks can eke their way out. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, so I really want to keep this hand because we have these. But we're definitely going to need to draw some cards. But I think it's going to happen. We will keep.
All right, well, this hand's a little sketchy.
It sounds right up your alley.
It is right up my alley. I'm going to keep it. Trust in the heart.
Island go.
Ooh, strong. Strong line. Godless Shrine go. Stronger line.
Go.
Artisan of Forms.
Yeah, we're not drawn so well over here.
Go. Neither am I. Ooh.
Go.
Second Artisan. All right, deck.
Yeah, just blight me out of this game.
You know exactly what to
I'm
draw.
ready for it to happen.
You know exactly what card to draw. Oh.
Do you have the blight but no untapped black? Nope. You have the. Just blight me.
Sin Collector.
I have these.
Damn. All right, two heroes.
This is the 5th game I've had hero in my opening hand too, by the way. I
One
just didn't have the black
Panseer.
source.
So he's got Triton Tactics and Retraction Helix. I think I just have to take that Triton Tactics.
You sure?
Because if you would like to Retraction Helix my Sin Collector, believe that I find that acceptable. You're up. All right, so our key this game is to never play a Desecration Demon. No demons.
Oh, come on.
Attack with just Mutavault. Strong line.
Oh. I will attack you with Artisan of Forms.
I'll block.
Sure. That is your turn.
Okay.
This is not how I wanted to go out.
This is exactly how I wanted him to go out. All right, I'm going to scry with a temple. Come on, something sweet. That's an interesting number. It's not great. It's not great, but it's not terrible either.
This is just bad.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it's real bad.
I think I'm going to bottom that because I don't think it's that exciting. It was a Thoughtseize. I don't think that's that exciting right now. I'm just going to pass to you.
Go.
Actually,
well, it was nice playing Magic with you.
Yeah, that's fine. No. Oh. Strong. Go.
Go.
Just all right. Well, we were able to. Our hand of double Elspeth Sin Collector 4 lands was able to get there because CVM didn't have his land drops. So, go. Always keep double Elspeth Sin Collector 4 lands. It's just a snap keep.
Oh man. Go.
I'm gonna fire off a Thoughtseize. Wow. We're gonna take that Retraction Helix. So you have a price,
6 uncastables? Yes.
a Necro.
I mean, I'll just leave it down here for you.
Okay.
This game isn't going to go much longer. If I don't draw a land next turn, I'm just going to concede.
All right. I'm gonna ultimate price your Artisan of Forms.
It's dead.
He is deader than dead.
I think you should attack with your Mutavault.
I agree.
I'm at 15.
And I'm going to plus. I don't remember. Did I play a land this turn?
You
No,
did.
No, I haven't. Oh yeah, I did.
You
That's
have
right.
7.
I have 7. You're up.
All right, good game.
All right. Hello, everyone. We're back for the conclusion of our epic
Epic?
match that we just played.
It actually was. I felt like the games were a lot more, I don't know, interesting than I expected them to be.
Yeah, they actually were pretty interesting. I actually thought that, yeah, the games were actually really close, and they were pretty fun, and that deck's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's really. I'm probably gonna put it together on Moto and play it because it basically costs 4 Mutavaults or 3 Mutavaults, and that's it.
Yeah, and another cool thing about that deck is it's actually, and I haven't been really keeping up much with block constructed, but it's pretty much almost entire Theros block cards. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for, if you want to jump into block constructed and also have a standard deck, that might be a great place to jump into Magic Online as well, if that's something that you're interested in.
Sure.
But yeah, it was very interesting. I thought like the games were close. Other than Game 5, and there was one game where you just kind of slaughtered me too. I think it was Game 3. Other than those two games, the games were actually very close, and it really felt like they could just go either way at any point in time. And then, yeah, like Game 4 especially, I thought was a very, very good game.
Yeah, Game 4 was a very good game. I feel like there definitely was a way there for me to win that game if I don't use all of my spells to that one turn in the wrong order and targeting the wrong things, then I probably have a chance. And if anybody has any feedback on the deck, feel free to leave them in the comments, especially about the ending of that Game 4. I feel like Brian played it very well, and I probably could have made a couple other decisions and ended up winning the game. I think I probably should have just played Artisan and passed, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was very interesting, and like I had that Hero's Downfall, and I felt like my only out was to draw a
white source.
A white source to play Elspeth. So I basically tried to play towards that line, and then set up a scenario where like I had to figure out like what's the best way to set up a board where Elspeth's good. And I felt like the best thing I could do was like to get you to turn your Artisan into a demon, since Elspeth can lock that down, and then also to get you to use your Boon of Erebos already, so that I'm well set up for like the future turns, and also put you down in a position where like 2 hits from demon plus an Obzat trigger will kill you. So you either have to start sacking to the demon or risk dying to the Obzat. So it was a very interesting game, and we're interested to see like what people think about that, and think about the decks in general. Like this is the black-white deck that I played at the Invitational, and it's basically like a metagamed deck. I don't think black-white is particularly strong for like a very open field, because it's not good against monsters, and it's not great against mono blue, but it's generally pretty good against like the rest of the field. So if you're expecting a lot of like burn black decks or control decks, then black-white's just very, very good in those matchups. But if you're expecting a lot of monsters and mono blue, then I would probably lean towards a different deck. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how this deck stacks up against the field, but
yeah,
it definitely seemed interesting.
It feels like Necromancer's probably very good against the Supreme Verdict decks.
Yep.
Artisan of Forms with Helix and Triton Tactics and Agent of Fates all just seem very good against anything with like Polykranos or Sylvan Caryatid in it. I think it's probably at its worst against like Mono Black, which is kind of sad since it just like won the last GP and it's just like a very good deck. But the deck does seem very fun, and I don't know, it seems pretty sweet.
Yeah, it seems like mono black or mono blue might be problematic for the deck a bit, but beyond those two, like, yeah, it definitely seems interesting, like in those other matchups. I'm not sure how it stacks up against Esper. Maybe with the Thought Season and the Duresses post board, it becomes a lot better, since it's Supreme Verdict's really the Supreme Verdict and Tension Sphere are the two big ones.
Yeah, for sure. So do you think that your black-white deck? So you said it's probably not very good in an open field. Like, are there any changes anybody could make to it to make it good for, say, the Open in Milwaukee this weekend if somebody wanted to sleeve up some Obzadats?
Yeah, so you can like hedge against different decks. Like black-white has the tools to beat any deck, but you just have to kind of pick and choose your battles. So like if you're looking to beat like Jund monsters and stuff like that, then having a lot of the discard spells like Thought Season and Duress, like I do, is very good. And then you want to maybe like pair that up with just more removal spells. Like instead of BioBlight, you might want like Doomblade or Ultimate Price or whatever. Because like BioBlight's not great with against like the monsters deck, because most of their creatures are 4 toughness. But if you have like just a plethora of spot removal spells that kill like Stormbreath Dragon and Pelucranos, and then you have like Duress and Thoughtseize and maybe like even cards like Pithing Needle to take care of the Planeswalkers, then you're fine. So, there are ways you can hedge against that. Against Mono Blue, you want like basically as many BioBlights and Revoke existences as you can, because Thassa and Biden of Thassa are really the only ways that you lose to them. So there's definitely a lot of tools to beat both of those decks. It just depends on how you want to skew your deck to combat them.
Now, I played the same deck in the Invitational, and the experience that I had was that all of the other black-white opponents that I was playing against were still on Blood Baron and Lifebane Zombie, which matched up pretty well against the main deck setup that we had.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's something they should take into consideration if they were to play that deck in Milwaukee this weekend?
Yeah, I would take it into consideration, but I actually don't think both of those cards are very good. Blood Baron is bad against monsters, mono blue, and like the Esper control decks, and it's very bad in all three of those matchups. Like, it's probably the worst card in your deck in all three of those matchups. So I don't.
Whereas Obsidian is actually pretty decent.
Right. Whereas Obsidian's fine against all three of those decks, in varying levels of fine. Like against Esper, it's the best card in your deck. Against monsters, it's like kind of in the middle, and against mono blue, it's still like on the bad end, but much better than Blood Baron.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like Obsidian, because it hedges better against stuff like that. But at the same time, like basically Blood Baron's just much better against like the black decks and burn, and that's essentially it. So I'm not a huge fan of Blood Baron because I think it's much narrower than Obsidian. But you know, if that's like your thing, then you know if you want to hedge against those matchups, then that's fine. You can play Blood Baron, and then Lifebane Zombie I don't like at all actually. I like Lifebane against Black-White. I think is the only matchup where Lifebane's better than Brimaz, because you can strip their Obsidians and Blood Barons, and the body's roughly the same because like it's probably dying anyway. So that's the matchup where I like Lifebane more. But even against monsters, I think Brimaz might be better because monsters doesn't have that many green creatures actually. They have a lot of planeswalkers and they have like Stormbreath dragons and things like that. And a lot of times they hit the board before you do anyway. Like they've cast their Pelucranos on turn 3 and then you cast your Lifebane Zombie, see a Stormbreath dragon, and then die.
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
Yeah. Or you see a Chandra in their hand and then cry.
It's even better.
And also Lifebane doesn't match up well against Domri because Courser, they can fight their Courser on your Lifebane Zombie, and it's like a 2/4 versus a 3/1. It's just like the perfect fighting target. Whereas with Brimaz, they don't really have a good fight, and Brimaz actually kills a Domri. So like if you go Brimaz and they go Domri with nothing in play, you're going to kill their Domri. Or even if they have something in play and you can like, Devour Flesh them or Doomblade them or Bioblade them or whatever, you get to kill their Domri immediately. Same thing with Xenaghost. Like you get to pressure their Xenaghost, and either they're chumping with the Satyr or, their Xenaghost is dying. So I like Brimaz a lot for pressuring the Planeswalkers, and it might actually even just be better than Lifebane in that matchup. So that's why I opted for like Brimaz and Obsidian over Lifebane and Blood Baron. But I will say if you want to play Lifebane Zombie, I would 100% play Grey Merchant instead of Blood Baron.
I agree.
So
similar to what Jared Bedecker had played in the Grand Prix, right?
Yep, yeah. For an example of a list, I would probably play more 4-ofs, but Jared Bedecker's list from Grand Prix Cincinnati would be a good starting point if that's the kind of black-white you're looking at.
Awesome. So we won't be in Milwaukee this weekend. It's a little far away, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a break.
Yeah, we've gone to about 17 months straight of tournaments without any breaks, so we're both a little worn out.
So Brian locked up the Players' Championship slot for Season 1 points leader with my top 4 last weekend. I'm actually currently in the lead for Season 2, so I do want to keep a hold on that, but I don't think that many of the people and points around me are going to be going to good old Milwaukee for the tournament, so I think I'm safe this weekend.
Yep.
But I would definitely happy you guys stopped by and hung out with us this week for the video. Feel free to leave any comments, any suggestions, anything sweet you want to see. We're definitely always looking for something new and exciting to play, since it feels like the standard format right now is just, Pack-Rat, Paul Kranos, and Sphinx's Revelation for the most part. So we played 2 decks here with none of those cards, so hopefully everybody was excited as we were to watch the battling. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you later.